Hi everyone, it's the Assyrian Priestess with you. I hope this finds you well. Wow, the cards are falling out. The question for this reading is, how can we best serve the collective in these times? How can we best serve and add service to the collective at this time? How can we, basically, what can we offer each other at this time? Okay, so first card out we have the God Nanorta, King of Discs. Second card out, his consort Jeshtanana, the Queen of Discs. Well, his consort in this deck. And last card out, Justice. I've also got the first two cards of the second row, but we'll read that in a sec. How can we best serve the community right now? The first thing that comes to mind is be really practical. Create things, bake things, make things, serve food, mend clothes, tend to your garden, tend to your home, tend to your children, tend to your partnerships and your relationships in a way that is fair and right to do so. And right wrongs, and not that others have committed, but that you have. I think when we see the Justice card, we always, the human mind, we always go, oh, all those people that did me wrong. We need to start reading the tarot as a reflection of our own state. And our own state is righting wrongs that we have committed or are about to commit, or, getting on the right path with yourself, for yourself, but also your community and your family. And there's definitely community here because we have the Three of Cups, which is the community card. Here, Sandra, Tabatha, Cicero calls it the abundance card. It is sharing, inviting people over, hosting people, sharing your abundance. 10 of Discs, here we have the Tree of Life. What a great reading. How can we best serve the community? So if you've been thinking about inviting some friends over for a meal, or maybe everyone brings something to share, I think that's really important right now. If another message I'm getting is that there might actually be a marriage or a contract. So not that I'm suggesting marriage is a way of serving the community, but it might be. Maybe if you are going to get married, or if you are in a partnership, the best way to serve each other is to get your affairs in order. Oops. Write that prenup or whatever it is, if that makes sense. That's a message for some of you there. We've had a ton of cards fall out. Last card out is the Seven of Wands, Courage, with Nine of Cups in the shadow. So the Seven of Wands card here, I've had to cover it up just for YouTube regulations, but it shows the goddess Ishtar descending to the underworld, and there she meets Ereshkigal, the Queen of Death. Both of these goddesses had known cults and cultic practice in ancient Assyria. So if that interests you, please look it up or join the Patreon community to learn more. I actually do share primary sources in the Patreon community, so you will get the actual myths from their actual source, interpreted into English, of course, so it would suit English speakers. It's about defending what you know should be defended. How can you support the community right now? Defend all of this beautiful community that you've built. It is worthwhile of being protected. And, that's one of the lessons I've really learnt from the goddess Ishtar in her role as goddess of love and war. Those two feel really opposing. Like, how can love be the same as war? But the way I understand it is she's the goddess of love and war because she teaches us how to protect and defend what is worthy of being protected and defended. So let's see, any other messages for us? How can the community best serve each other right now in these times? How can the community best serve each other in these times? not much is coming out. We may have heard everything we need to hear. It's interesting how sometimes, oh, there we go. Sometimes the cards are really like smooth and sometimes they're a bit jarred. Okay, we have the Four of Discs, the Devil, Queen of Cups in the shadow. Any other? Oh, and the Three of Swords. Okay. So the first card out is making sure everything that you built is protected, is fortified, does have the firewall around it and, you know, the protections it needs. I don't actually read the Four of Discs as a card of being frugal. And if it is, then you should be more frugal. What does frugal mean? Well, what it means to me is being not overspending, not over-consuming, not over-giving. Protecting and being wise with what you have built. The next two cards out, the Devil and the Three of Swords. So the question was, what can we best offer the community? Well, the Devil card really is about overcoming addictions, overcoming bad habits. Honestly, I often get the Devil card in a reading about work. Like, I think a lot of people sign really big contracts because, you know, it's the Devil card is your true desires, like coming out. And the deals we sign are a reflection of our own desires, not the devil's, if that makes sense. So the Devil card again is a point of reflection for us, is what price have you paid for the thing that you really want, and was it worth it? Because sometimes, well, maybe most of the time, if not all of the time, you don't win in a deal with the devil, you lose. And so that's why it's known as the addiction card. So there's, I guess, a caution here of all of this money and abundance and community. Be cautious of excess. Don't overdo things. Don't think, wow, I'm so amazing. I have the 10 of discs and I have the 4 of discs and I'm in this great partnership and in this great community, and then go for more and more and more. That's the message here, is there's no need to overdo it right now, because it could lead to something you don't want it to lead to. Yeah, I don't really want to end the reading on the Three of Swords, so let's have a final card. How can we best serve the community? In saying that, Three of Swords is a healing card. It's the wounded lioness. So the question becomes, how can you best tend to the wounds of the community right now? Maybe that's your role. Maybe you are a drug and alcohol counselor. Maybe you are a social worker. Maybe you are a health practitioner that literally helps people with wounds. Final card out, the Cherub of Wands. This is a protective deity with the universe in the shadow. So I feel like you can be assured that your good work is safe and protected. But the task ahead is to protect yourself from excess. So I will leave you there. As always, with my love and courage. Bye for now.